Some thoughts on Passover, Pesach 2020. When I was in 10th grade, I don't remember much that my social studies teacher taught me, but I do remember him saying that when you live through history, you don't know it. Nobody woke up on the first day of the French Revolution and said, wow, I can't believe it's the first day of the French Revolution and the weather's just miserable. We're clearly living through one of those times now. And as a result, I think our observance of the holiday will be different than in prior years. A couple of things that occurred to me. One is that pretty much universally, everyone now, rich or poor, will celebrate the holiday, the Seder, the same way, whether in solitude or in a very small group with a very pared down celebration of the Chag, no Instagram-worthy food shots. And after the holiday, when there's usually that conversation, where were you, how did you spend your holiday, there will be great answers to those questions, but there'll be different answers. It won't be telling about a beach in Acapulco. It'll be telling about the improvisation, what made it different, perhaps a greater focus on the spiritual rather than the physical part of the holiday. Someone suggested that a good thing to do is to make a either pillow cover or afikoman cover out of a pillow, and do it with a theme of COVID-19 2020. And by doing that, you will actually be creating something that can be a family heirloom that can be passed down to your children and your grandchildren. And hopefully the story will be retold about the year when Jews all over the world celebrated in very small gatherings, observing the spirit and the law of social isolation. Perhaps when we get to Dayenu, we should not only thank God for all of the things that we always thank Him for in the midst of the Dayenu, but we should add an extra refrain or two to be thankful for the delivery people that have brought food and newspapers and packages into our home through this very difficult time, and to the various healthcare workers and police officers and public service and first responders that have made sure that those who need help are taken care of, those who need provisions are taken care of. And it's certainly a time to have an attitude of gratitude, to be thankful. If you think back on it, even though this seems like an especially challenging time, think about the challenge that faced the Jews in the Lodz ghetto, who still managed to build an oven and make matzah. Or Jews who celebrated Pesach during the Civil War, and all they had in lieu of charoset was a brick to remind them of the mortar and the building materials of ancient Egypt. So as the holiday comes upon us, let us be thankful for what we have. Let us pray that our next holiday will bring us to Jerusalem, and if not to Jerusalem, at least to a gathering with a full heart and a full table to celebrate in a joyful manner that we've grown accustomed to. A happy, healthy Chag Kasher Sameach to all.